The Luther Burger is a culinary monstrosity that really needs no introduction. I first heard about it from the Boondocks, like I'm sure most people did, and I thought, well, might as well try it for myself. In case you're curious, I seasoned with salt, pepper, paprika, onion powder, Worcestershire sauce, and I added an egg and some breadcrumbs. Holy crap. This really is good. I was really not prepared for how good this is going to be. The sugar in the donuts really does add to it. I should have mentioned this, but also I added caramelized onions, so they add an extra layer of sweetness. Holy crap. It is probably the best burger I've ever made. I really wasn't familiar with Luther Vandross before I saw the Boondocks. I'm not really an R&B soul kind of guy. He was born in New York City. He kind of had a knack for music from a young age. He taught himself piano. He formed a few musical groups in school, and he even dropped out of college to pursue a career in music full-time. He sang backup vocals for people like Roberta Flack, Barbra Streisand. Like, even if you think you've never heard a Luther Vandross song before, you probably actually have. You can hear his backup vocals in We Are Family by Sister Sledge, in Fame by David Bowie, Strangers in the Night by Bette Midler. And it was actually Flack's doing that Luther went on solo, because she recognized that he was really squandering his talents as a backup artist. She knew he needed to make his own career in music, so she fired him, or at least that's what Vandross said. In actuality, it sounds like she invited him to have a talk and basically just told him, hey, you need to really start performing on your own. And he did. His 1981 album, Never Too Much, ushered in 2 decades of success, and it even reached #1 on Billboard's top R&B and hip-hop albums chart. Stardom was actually very stressful for Vandross, and his way of coping was comfort eating. And he had a problem where he would go on what's called a yo-yo diet. He would eat very healthy for some time, and then he'd relapse and go back to eating junk food. And even though he probably didn't invent the burger, it's his love of junk food that probably gave us the burger. The legend is that Vandross invented the burger when a restaurant ran out of buns. I found absolutely no evidence anywhere of Vandross actually eating a burger with donuts for buns. I think it's more likely that a fan, or maybe just a chef who enjoyed Vandross and knew about Vandross's love of junk food, decided to name the burger after him because it sounded like something that Vandross would eat. And so they named this unholy monstrosity in his honor. And the Boondocks episode actually premiered, I think, less than a year after Vandross's death, so it's not like he was around to answer the question of, did you make the burger? So where did the Luther Burger come from? Some people say that it came from Mulligan's, a bar in Decatur, Georgia. I think that would have been around 2005 or so. But actually, if you dig around on the internet, there is something that's called, I think, a fat cream burger, which is a fat burger with 2 Krispy Kreme donuts. I think there was a blog post about that in 2003, so that could very well be the earliest claimant to the Luther Burger. Anyways, yeah, this is honestly really incredible. I'm kind of embarrassed how much I like this thing. I guess I'll probably eat half of it, save the other half for tomorrow, because if I eat this, I'm going to get the itis. This is definitely a burger you should eat once in a lifetime, but if you eat it too often, you're going to have a pretty short lifetime. Anyways, that's it. Bye now.